Okay, so I was making another video and then one thing and another happened and it became erased, so I feel a little stupid, but that's okay. I'm sure I'll get over it. Meanwhile, I've collected up a few odds and ends, which I talked about in the previous video, so it's a shame you can't see it, but I've got some chiffon here. Look nice around the bottom of the tree. Some copper wire. Copper's really in right now. If you're somebody who is concerned about things like that, you can be happy with the copper. And if you're like me, you just like shiny stuff, that's cool too. So we have the shiny copper, and we have the gold star, and I have this ribbon stuff. I think it's called ribbon yarn. I'm a little bit confused by that, but either way it's got gold and copper and a bit of a greenish, like old brass kind of color to it. And I have brought along my big fat crochet hook, because this way I can go very fast and make a garland for the little tree here. The reason this ribbon yarn is a little bit wrinkledy-scrinkledy, or however you want to call it, is just that I had made something with it previously. There was some long piece of hairpin lace that I also used as a garland. But then recently, for a variety of reasons, I decided to take that apart. So I washed the ribbon yarn and I was just waiting for something new to do with it. And what do we have here? Yes, indeedy. Oh, I bought this years ago, and it was off the bargain table too, so I've certainly gotten my money's worth out of it. And how bargain yarn, because there's only one skein left, is often equivalent of like $1 or 10 Swedish crowns, something like that. Because most projects require more than just one skein, but one is plenty for doing things like this. Okay, I've gotten a bit on the way, and that's kind of cute and curly. And, oh yeah, that will be very nice looking, I think. But of course I have to make it a bit longer than just this 10 to 12 inches I have so far. So, there'll be a little more to do. And while I could use charms, for example, as individual ornaments and hang them on the individual branches, I really just want like a quickie kind of thing, which is why I'm going with the garland and the star on top, but not a lot of individual small fussy bits. And then of course the chiffon will drape around the bottom of the tree, where now, as you can see, it has the burlap sack, I guess you would call it, and it's weighted down so the tree doesn't wobble right on over, which is good. I'm hoping that's a safeguard, so if Miss Isabel does decide to slap around the little tabletop tree, that she won't manage to do too much damage to it. For a little tiny kitty, though, it's pretty amazing. I mean, just ba-thump, 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 you know, like a baby elephant. She's very strong. But she can knock off shelves and tabletops. It's amazing. Okay, so this is going great guns here, but I'm going to stop a moment, just a moment, and pick up the wire here. Okay, it's a bit tangled up, so I have to do a little detangling. Easier said than done, but here we go. Now, on my trusty desktop, I have too many things. One of the things I have is a pair of pliers. So I just snippety-doo-dog the metal thread here, straighten out some of its kinks, and let's find a needle. It just makes life so much easier. You know, needles are not just for embroidery floss and yarn and thread and such. You can use them with wire too. There. The wire I use embroidery, like this is a tapestry needle. Partly because it's got a big eye, so it's easy to get the wire through, and it's not sharp, so I can use it to thread things, but I don't have to worry about stabbing myself in the finger. Okay, now, a little bit higher here. So, run the needle through the star. Yeah. Now we're stabbing the poor little star, but that's necessary. Run through other side. So you can see pull all the way through. So now I have both ends of the wire coming out of the back of the star.